Welcome to the truth about social media for business. A marketer telling the truth, who'd have thunk it, right? What we're talking about tonight is the truth about social media marketing workshops. Now, I've seen there's a number of these popping up at the moment. Don't get me wrong, I've run workshops myself in the past. I love running workshops, they're great to do, but here's the real truth about it. I'm going to throw a couple of statistics at you, okay? So the workshop's always built around a particular strategy that you can take away and use yourself. As I've discussed before, there is no one magical strategy that's going to work and fix your business for you. And just because the strategy worked for the presenter doesn't mean it's going to work the exact same way for you. Now, the first statistic is, and this is Digital Marketer says this, if you listen to Perpetual Traffic podcast, is that you've got to test everything to see what actually works. In fact, they find that, and these guys are experts at running Facebook advertising, and 80% of their ads actually fail. It's the 20% that they find that work that really go well, and they cut the losing ones out, the 80% out. So if you think you can go along to a workshop and learn one trick, take that away and do that one time, and it's going to work magically for your business, I hope it does, and it may well do. You should never say that it won't. But the odds of that actually happening are very, very slim. Here's the other problem, and it comes to do with the old grey matter up the top here. And I'm going to meet, this is today's recommended resource. Jim Quick is the guy's name. Jim Quick, K-W-I-K, Quick Brain. If you look that up, he's got a podcast and he's actually got a free online course there as well to teach you how to learn things a lot more quickly and how to lock in. A lot of the reason why I can actually jump on live and run through this like the way that I do is because I've got images locked in my head from a certain strategy that Jimmy teaches to be able to recall whatever I need to recall just to blurt it out to you. Now, the other statistic that he says is that with new information, when you learn brand new stuff at a workshop or whatever it may be, 80% of that you don't retain. Within 48 hours, 80% of what you learn at that workshop is already gone. So between the odds of you going and finding a strategy and it's only got a 20% chance of working for a start, and then you've only got a 20% chance of remembering, you're only going to remember about 20% of that strategy that you actually learned. If you've been to a workshop and it hasn't worked for you, you can start to see why it doesn't add up. Marketers use these things to teach people to move them along the sales process, and you need to understand this. This is why your marketing's not working as well. Is they're going, we'll give you a little bit of information, hopefully you get a small result, move you to the next step. Well, not hopefully, if they're teaching really well, you will get a small result, move you to the next step. So you're never going to go along to a $47, $97 workshop and find some magical fix for your marketing. It just doesn't work like that. It takes practice, it takes testing, and it takes time to get things working properly for your business. What you have to build for your business is campaigns. By campaign, I mean that you can have one ad running and it's to cold traffic saying, this is our brand, this is what we do, this is how we can help you, which moves into the next step. We say, here's a little free report for you, go and download. So that's a different ad. So that takes them across and download the free report. Once they've done that, then you go, let's offer them a low cost product to buy. So that's another ad again. So go across and buy the low cost product. So bought a low-cost product, then we offer them main product, then to buy. That's another ad again. So you've got 5 or 6 different layers running there all the time. You can't just have one magical fix that's going to fix everything for you. So in order to do that, obviously, you've got to have a fair bit of planning behind it. I use what's called what he calls a vivid vision. We'll talk about this further down the track. And that's a 3-year big picture plan. So you have that in place so that everyone has a really clear idea of where the business is heading, even your customers, even your suppliers, everyone else. They've got a really good idea of what you're trying to achieve, where you're trying to get to. And then you've got your actual action plan, which is your steps that you got to put in place to get there, and you break those into 90-day chunks. Now, I use a little tool, and we'll go and have a look at it in a sec, called Smartsheet. I'll see if I can flick across to my screen right now and show it. There you go. You can have a look. So you can see this is a trumped up version of Excel, but it produces what's called a Gantt chart. So down here, as you can see, these are the episodes that we run so far. So we've got why you should be doing this, getting your mornings right, psychology, not strategy is your problem. You can see I've got planned in there all the different episodes I'm going to do. It gives me what's called a Gantt chart, which it shows me pull this across, you might be able to see it. This is something that we use in the construction industry to make sure jobs get built on time. I can update my percentages, so it gives me an overall total of my 90-day plan, how much I've got done, and then I can update against each different item that I've got in there, each line item. So I know each day I need to get one of these done, otherwise this program's going to fall behind schedule and I'm not going to meet that plan that I've got in place. So then I can say, what it does do as well is when you've got a plan in place and you know, I know like every day I've got to do one of these videos. So if we're going out, and I generally do them about this time of night, about 6:30 at night, but if I'm going out for dinner or we've got something on at night, I know I can plan ahead and go, all right, that day I'm not going to be able to do that at 6:30 at night, so I need to get up an hour early in the morning, whatever it may be, get on and do my video before we actually go out. So instead of just missing and slipping a day, I've got time in there to prepare, plan, and make sure that I get the work done regardless of what else that I have going on around it. Alright, the other solution that I'm going to start, you'll see very soon, these when I talk about the different layers of ads, these ones basically go out to people that either are cold or warm, as in they don't know a lot about me just yet, or what I do, or how I can help them. So I give them these videos to show them, if your social media is not working properly, doing more of it's not going to fix your problem. You've got to change what you're actually doing. So I've got those two structures. I'm going to start running workshops, but they're not going to be the turn up, I'm going to teach you this magical tricks strategy workshop. Is going to be completely flipped. So what is going to happen? I'm going to give you a strategy and I'm going to say, all right, this is a strategy that we're going to implement for your business, but I'm going to actually build it for you. I test it, make sure it's working. When it's working, then come along to the workshop and I'll explain to you how I built it, why it works. So then you can then go away and replicate it. So it's not like the normal workshop. You go along, you get 10,000 great ideas, you go away and you do nothing at the end of it. By the time you turn up to the workshop, you've already got a result. Something's already happening for your business, as in I've already put something in place for you. I've already built you some part of a system. So that's working and going for you. You learn a little bit about how that works. Then you go away and you might say to me, all right, build me the next part. So I build you the next part. Then you come along to the next workshop and I'll show you how and why it works, as opposed to giving you a heap of information, going away going, good luck with that actually working, because there's an 8 out of 10 chance that it's not going to work, and there's an 8 out of 10 chance that you're not even going to remember what I told you in 48 hours time. Anyway, right, that is enough for today.
Most common mistakes people make with their posts. Give us like 3 to 5 your worst nightmares.
Dead simple, straight up, talk about themselves. I just did this, I just fed my cat, I just posted a photo, I just posted a video. No one cares less about what you did, not even your mum, okay?
And the average consumer is damn lazy. They don't want to work for the information, they want it to be fed to them. And these devices feed it to them. I mean, everybody's got a phone coming out of their body now. It's a body part.
All these automated get 10,000 followers garbage, forget all that stuff. Anyone starts sprouting that, run as fast as you can. People, because it's free, people see it as free, they tend to post everything in the hope that someone will click on it, watch it, read it, go over there. If you had to actually pay for it, and I wish I wish they'd make every post that you had to put up, someone had to pay for, people would think twice about what they had to do, whether that anyone would actually read it or take any notice of it. And a big tip here is, if you're not sure whether you should post it or not, you probably shouldn't, and have a look at it from not your own eyes, as in this is my bit of stuff, I'm going to post it out and see who likes it. Read it and go, would I actually post that? If someone else posted that, would I read that myself? Will I click on it myself? Would I take any notice of it? And if the answer's no, go back and redo it.